There's one thing hairstylists notice the second a woman over 50 walks through their door. It has nothing to do with gray hair, nothing to do with thinning, and nothing to do with what's trending on social media. It's the cut itself. The wrong shape can quietly add 10 years to your face before you even say a word. The right one can shave off just as many, without a single drop of Botox or $1 spent on expensive treatments. Today I'm handing you 7 of those cuts. Some of them will surprise you because they're not what most articles tell you to try. Stay with me because number 4 is the one stylists rarely mention, yet it might be the most flattering option on this entire list. Hey there, welcome back to Timeless Charm and Styles, the place where looking put together after 60 never has to mean spending a fortune or chasing trends that were never made for us. If this is your first time here, I'm so glad you found your way to this corner of YouTube. Around here we talk about real wallet-friendly ways to feel confident, elegant, and completely yourself, no matter what year is printed on your birth certificate. And if you're one of my regulars, welcome home. You already know we don't do fluff. We get straight into what actually works. Before we dive in, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. New videos on affordable style, beauty, and confidence for women over 60 come out regularly, and I'd hate for you to miss them. Alright, let's get into these 7 haircuts, starting with one that quietly does more for your face than almost anything else on this list. Haircut number 1. The soft layered bob. Let's start with a cut that has quietly become the secret weapon of women who want to look elegant without spending hours on their hair every morning. The soft layer bob sits somewhere between the chin and the collarbone, and what makes it so powerful is the way the layers are cut. Instead of one blunt heavy line, the layers move and taper, which creates softness around the jaw and cheekbones. This matters more than people realize because as we age, the skin around the jawline can soften too, and a blunt heavy bob can actually draw attention to that area in a way that feels harsh. The layered version does the opposite. It frames the face gently, almost like a soft curtain, drawing the eye upward toward your eyes and cheekbones instead. What I love about this cut is how forgiving it is. It works beautifully on straight hair, wavy hair, and even fine hair that has started to thin a little, because the layers create the illusion of volume without needing thick strands to begin with. If your hair has gotten finer over the years, and for so many of us it has, this cut can genuinely trick the eye into thinking you have more density than you do. Styling it is refreshingly simple too. A light mousse applied to damp hair, a quick blow dry with a round brush, and you're done in under 15 minutes. No fancy tools required, no hour-long routine. Just a clean, polished look that says you put thought into your appearance without looking like you tried too hard. Haircut number 2. The feathered pixie. Now this next one might surprise a few of you because pixie cuts sometimes get a reputation for being severe or masculine, but the feathered version completely changes that story. Instead of tight, close crop sides, this pixie keeps a bit of length and texture throughout, with feathered pieces around the crown and temples that soften every angle of the face. Here's why this one deserves a spot on the list. As we get older, many of us start noticing changes around the eyes, maybe some heaviness in the upper lid or a slight droop that wasn't there before. The feathered pixie, when cut correctly, lifts the eye area visually. The wispy pieces around the temples create movement upward, which gives a subtle lifting effect without a single needle involved. This cut also happens to be one of the lowest maintenance options on this entire list. If you're someone who values your mornings and doesn't want to spend them wrestling with a blow dryer, this could be the one. A little texturizing paste worked through damp hair. Scrunch gently with your fingers, and you're ready to walk out the door looking effortlessly chic. It's bold, yes, but it's a kind of bold that reads as confident rather than trying too hard. Haircut number 3. The curtain bangs with long layers. If you've spent any time scrolling through style inspiration lately, you may have noticed curtain bangs showing up everywhere, and there's a reason they've stuck around. These bangs part naturally down the middle and sweep to either side, framing the face like, well, exactly what the name suggests, a curtain. For women over 50, this is one of the most flattering things you can do to your hairline. Curtain bangs soften the forehead, minimize the appearance of fine lines across it, and draw attention directly to the eyes. Paired with long layers throughout the rest of the hair, this cut adds movement and shape without requiring a dramatic change in length. That makes it a wonderful option if you love your longer hair and aren't ready to cut it all off, but you still want something that feels fresh and updated. The real magic of curtain bangs is their versatility. They can be worn sleek and smooth for a polished evening look, or tousled and textured for a relaxed daytime style. They also grow out gracefully, which means you're not locked into a strict trim schedule. Even as they lengthen, they naturally blend into the rest of your hair instead of looking awkward or unfinished. Haircut number 4. The shag with soft shattered ends. Here's the one I promised you at the very beginning, the cut that stylists rarely bring up first, yet often ends up being the most transformative option in the chair. The modern shag, cut with soft shattered ends rather than the choppy, spiky version from decades past, is having a real moment, and for good reason. This cut is built entirely around movement. The layers are cut at different lengths throughout, creating texture and volume from the roots to the tips. What makes it so incredibly flattering after 50 is the way it adds fullness at the crown, which naturally lifts the whole face and gives the appearance of thicker, more voluminous hair even if yours has thinned over the years. It also has this wonderful lived-in quality, meaning it doesn't need to look freshly styled to look intentional. A slightly undone shag actually looks more expensive and more current than an overly polished style. This is the cut for women who want something a little edgier, a little more expressive, without straying into territory that feels like it's trying too hard to be youthful. It simply looks alive, and there's nothing more age-defying than hair that has energy and movement to it. Before we move on to the next 3, I want to pause for just a moment. If you're finding this helpful so far, take 2 seconds and drop a comment letting me know which of these 4 has caught your eye. Are you a soft bob kind of woman, or is that feathered pixie speaking to you? I genuinely read every comment, and it helps me know what to create more of for you. And if you haven't already, tap that like button. It makes a bigger difference than you'd think in helping this video reach other women who could use exactly this kind of guidance. Alright, let's keep going because the next 3 might just include your perfect match. Haircut number 5. The rounded lob with face framing pieces. The lob, short for long bob, has been a favorite for years. But the version that truly works wonders after 50 includes face framing pieces cut slightly shorter at the front. These pieces taper down along the cheeks, creating a natural, subtle contour effect, almost like the hair itself is doing a bit of gentle sculpting for you. This cut typically falls just above or at the shoulders, which is a length many women find to be the sweet spot. It's long enough to still pull back into a low ponytail or twist for special occasions, yet short enough to avoid that heavy, pulling down effect that very long hair can sometimes create on a more mature face. The face framing pieces are really the star of this cut. They draw the eye toward your cheekbones and jawline in the most flattering way, almost like a natural highlight for your best features. It's an especially wonderful choice if you're not ready to say goodbye to length altogether, but want something that feels a little more shaped and current than simply letting your hair grow without direction. Haircut number 6. The textured crop with longer top. This one leans a bit more daring, and I love including it because not every woman over 50 wants to play it safe, and honestly, why should she? The textured crop keeps the sides shorter while leaving noticeably more length on top, which gets styled with texture and a bit of height. What makes this cut so striking is the contrast. The shorter sides create a clean, sharp line, while the longer top adds softness and can be styled in different ways depending on your mood. Swept to the side for an elegant look, tousled up for something a little more playful, or slicked back for a night out. It's a cut that genuinely grows with your personality, rather than locking you into one single look every single day. For women who have naturally thick or coarse hair, this cut is a dream because it removes bulk from the sides where hair often feels heaviest, while still giving you plenty to work with on top. And for women with finer hair, the textured styling on top creates volume and dimension that can be hard to achieve with longer, heavier styles. Haircut number 7. The classic blowout bob with subtle underlayers. We're closing out this list with a cut that feels timeless, which honestly fits perfectly with everything we talk about on this channel. The classic blowout bob sits at chin length or just below, with subtle underlayers cut beneath the surface hair rather than throughout the top. This creates a smooth, polished silhouette on the outside while still allowing movement and lightness underneath. This cut has an almost old Hollywood elegance to it, but don't let that intimidate you. It's far easier to maintain than it looks. Because the layering happens underneath rather than throughout, the top layer stays smooth and sleek, meaning you don't need complicated styling techniques to keep it looking neat. A simple round brush blowout, or even just letting it air dry with a light smoothing cream, gives you a finished, sophisticated look. It's an especially wonderful option if your hair has some natural body or wave to it, because the underlayers work with that texture rather than fighting against it. And for special occasions, this cut takes beautifully to a bit of extra curl or a sleek straight finish, making it one of the most adaptable choices on this entire list. Bringing it all together. So there you have it, 7 haircuts that go far beyond simply looking pretty. Each one is designed to work with your face, your hair type, and honestly your lifestyle, because the best haircut in the world means nothing if it takes you 45 minutes to style every single morning. What I really want you to take away from this video is that aging gracefully doesn't mean fading into the background or playing it safe with your appearance. It means choosing things that genuinely work for you, that lift your confidence the moment you catch your reflection in the mirror, and that feel like they were made with your actual life in mind rather than copied from a magazine cover. Before your next salon visit, I'd encourage you to save this video, maybe even take a screenshot of the cut that spoke to you the most, and bring it along to show your stylist. Sometimes the hardest part isn't finding the right cut, it's knowing how to describe what you want. Now you'll walk in with a clear picture, and the confidence to ask for exactly what suits you. If this video helped you even a little, please consider subscribing to Timeless Charm and Styles. We post new videos regularly, all centered around looking and feeling your absolute best after 60, without breaking the bank or chasing trends that were never designed with us in mind. Give this video a like if you found it useful, and let me know in the comments which haircut you're planning to try first. I read every single comment, and I love hearing from you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today, and I'll see you in the next one.